So I'm sitting here wondering how I'm gonna get all this crap down to the beach. That's about where I am. There you go. Oh, that's an ugly growl. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it out of here. What are you doing, Doc? Well, I haven't cut my green in almost 3 weeks. So I'm just gonna go sort of just lightly trim it just to make it look good. We're trying to keep it long for this winter season. So I figured I'd shoot it on camera. Don't forget, I just wrote a check to you guys for $1,000. Look, go over in the description below. Get on our email list. That's how we choose it. It's not a marketing list. Every month for the next 3 months, where we have 3 months left. Right, you guys. Bill in Aiken, South Carolina was the last winner. Congratulations, Bill. We got a bunch of stuff going on. I spent 2 hours in Home Depot yesterday shopping, preparing for the beach trip. So we've got a fence just like this being built down there. And so when I hit the ground down there on this work trip we're going on, I want to be able to stain that fence. We're going to be doing some of the interior work. We're going to be putting up nickel gap up on the ceiling. A lot of people kind of think about shiplap. We'll be doing a nickel gap ceiling. We'll be painting the interior. We're actually not going to replace the cabinets because they're in such good shape. They're solid wood. So I'm going to paint the cabinets. We're going to get new countertops, new sink. We're going to do some bathroom work in there. We've got a bunch of stuff going on. It's going to be kind of cool, and I'll shoot some videos. So hit subscribe, because this is the sexiest lawn channel ever devoted. So hold on. What are you doing, Doc? Well, it's December. Oh no, Linda. Linda, come here. Let me fix it. Come here. Come here, baby. Let me fix it. Come here. Her sweater's all messed up. Come here. Let me fix it. So Mom wants her to wear her sweater, and she doesn't want to wear it. She gets ugly. You're supposed to wear it. That keeps you toasty. That keeps you toasty. You don't want to put it on, you're going to get ugly. Let's see if you get ugly. Put your sweater on. Oh, that's ugly. That's ugly. Don't make those. There you go. Oh, that's an ugly growl. That is ugly. Show them how pretty you look now. You look so pretty with your sweater on. She's being so ugly with her sweater. That's not nice. Don't be ugly. Be nice. Okay. It was in the 30s this morning, and the high is only going to be in the upper 40s today. And we've got some wind moving back in. Great. My Bermuda lawn is pretty much totally dormant. So I'll go over there and show you, but my front is totally yellow brown. The back is just now all turning brown. This looks great. This annual ryegrass. And I'm really shocked about the green, that the green is so green. So I'm just gonna cut it today. I'm not cutting it down to like putting regulation. I just figured I'd just bump up the mower and cut it a little bit higher. A lot of people have asked me what I do for winterizing their equipment. I really don't do a lot. I spray my blades with a spray wax, and I make sure that my tank is full, completely full. You want it completely full, with a ethanol-free gas and a little bit of the stabilizer, and then shut off, if you have one, shut off your fuel and let it run dry. That's pretty much it. Don't change your oil now. Actually change your oil in the spring. What you'll want to do is you want to run this in the spring, let it get nice and hot, and then change your oil in the spring. So if there's any condensation or anything, I change my oil in the spring. I do not change it going into the winter. But the main thing is the fuel system. You want to make sure that you make sure it's ethanol-free gas, number one. Number two, a little bit of Sta-Bil. Make sure it's in there, run it for a while, and then shut off the fuel and let the engine run dry. Hi, how are you doing? All right, so we're gonna bump this up a little bit. So, alright, so this is actually the Greenskeeper model, and the Greenskeeper model will cut basically 1/16 of an inch. Hush, hush. 1/16 of an inch, only up to about 3/4 of an inch. That's about the maximum. This is not for the average homeowner. I've linked to the other GR series. This is the GK series. It's not what you want.
Put your sweater on. Keeps you toasty. It keeps you toasty. If you have your winter sweater on, it's very pretty.
I wanted to escape for a while. Thought that a couple of drinks could ease my mind. I've been thinking of you for 2 weeks straight. I know that I need to get myself back in the game. Someone said your name had a turn around. Suddenly you're there standing in the crowd. Everything comes back in the blink of an eye. It's like you're mine, you're still mine. They skip the small talk, cause you know me better than I know myself. Oh my, it's been a while now since I saw you, but it feels like yesterday somehow. Time has stopped, nothing's changed, we're the same. And we skip the small talk, cause you know me, yeah, you know me like nobody else. I wanted to escape for a while. I called a couple of friends and we went out, but I never thought I'd see your face. I really wanted to escape, but it was just too late. Someone said your name had a turn around. Suddenly you're there standing in the crowd. Everything comes back in the blink of an eye. It's like you're mine, you're still mine. We skip the small talk, cause you know me better than I know myself. Oh my, it's been a while now since I saw you, but it feels like yesterday somehow. Time has stopped, nothing's changed, we're the same. And we skip the small talk, cause you know me, yeah, you know me like nobody else. Skip the small talk. It's been a while now.
Is it puttable? Not really. It's kind of thick and shaggy. But this is what I want to do this time of year because the sun's so low over here, it's getting shade. This is getting a lot of shade, very little sunlight, and there's cold temperatures. So I want to leave this a little thick and have it establish those roots. It's really what I want. Not horrible, actually. You can find a clean golf ball. Come on, man. Santa's trying to putt. Oh, so you can actually see what this looks like here. that's about where I am. So yeah, it's kind of shaggy, but that's what I want. This time of year, I want to help it develop some roots in here and protect it from the frost. So that's where I'm leaving it. All right, so you can get a better feel for this. Here's the annual rye. This is 2.5, 3 inches. This is where we're keeping this year. Looks great. And then my Bermuda is pretty much browned up. I got my pre-emergent down really late, but this is easy. Poana's easy to kill, so I'm not worried about that. And I'm not going to worry about killing my Poana probably for at least another month. I'll do a video on that. Again, I don't worry about the Poana maybe until about January. And then I'll come out here, I'll hit it hard. I'll hit all these weeds really hard in January for me, because everything's really cold then. Because if I hit them right now, there's a good chance they'll just come back. A lot of weeds will come back, even though I have pre-emergent down. So it's like, I'm just gonna leave them. I'm not gonna worry about them. Now the front is really brown, so you can see just how dormant this is. I mean, this is almost solid brown now. Barb's lawn was really thick when I left it. So you can see her tire, call this a leopard pattern, where you've got some, it's actually kind of cool looking, where you got some green and some brown. So you have that leopard pattern in here. And then over here, like on the test patch, where it's a little bit weaker lawn, this is solid brown. Now, here's a good trick. Now that your Bermuda is completely brown, when it goes completely brown and dormant, this time of the year, you're still gonna have some days that rise up into the 60s. So you can look for your green weeds and come out and treat them. Let me show you a good example. Remember the test, remember this worst lawn we did? Okay, so we've converted this all weeds almost into all Poana. I mean, Bermuda. But look over here. So I can identify these green weeds over here and come kill them. It's really easy now for me to identify weeds that made it through our last killing section. So now I can come out with a real strong weed killer treatment because my Bermuda's dormant, and I can just whack the living heck out of these. So we'll come out here in a couple weeks and we'll really hit this. And what I'm gonna wait for is when I see 3 or 4 days that are in the 60s for a high, kind of a warm front, that way my weed killer actually works. I don't want to do it where it's going to be 20 degrees at night and 40 degrees for a high. I want to do, you know, high 30s, low 40s at night, highs in the 60s for a couple days. Bam, weed killer. It'll really have a good effect. So I'm sitting here wondering how I'm going to get all this crap down to the beach. Wife's like, is there room in your truck for all this? So let me just run you through some of the stuff that I've had to, over the past couple weeks, that I'm buying for the work down there. So I'm putting on my own fence caps on the 4x4 and 6x6 posts, the copper caps. Had to get those. Had to get drop cloths, painting tape, sand, paint trays. I'll get the paint when I'm down there. New roller pans, because I'm probably going to paint the whole interior ourselves. I've got to stain the fence, so I have to take my sprayer with me. We're going to do the cabinets, so I need a degreaser, I need some paint thinner, sanding blocks. I'll have to get paint while I'm down there. We're putting in new appliances down there, and the problem I've got is right now the microwave, I only have about 12 inches of space there. And man, I searched forever to try and find someone that had a slimline microwave. I found it actually in stock at Lowe's. See if I can show you this, but see how narrow this, or how shallow this is? That's only 11 inches deep. And that's what I need down there. So I've got a couple light fixtures. I actually sent the ceiling fans down to the electrician down there to have him install those. I got to take my chop saw for the nickel gap. I got a nail gun. Yeah, I got a bunch of crap I'm going to have to take down there. So I'm going to try and put some of this stuff down there on video. I think you guys might enjoy it. I really haven't had time this year to do much deer hunting. I normally like to take one deer to make venison jerky because Barb loves it. I give it away, especially for Christmas. So I usually like to take one deer at least and make venison jerky out of it, but I haven't had time. So I think tomorrow morning I'm gonna sit out back because there's a buck out there that needs to be taken because he's really a defective when it comes to genetics. He's actually a crab claw. He's got these weird crab claws. And he's a big buck. But man, he's messing up the gene pool back here. I'm starting to see a lot of little bucks with that same crab claw. Maybe I'll put up a video of him. But he's just a mess genetically. So I may take him if I see him. But I'm putting out some moonshine gold today. So if you deer hunt or if you know someone that deer hunts, have them get some of this. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle it. We have a corn feeder back here. We leave out all year for them. I mean, we have thousands of deer back here. It's the only way I can have flowers really and vegetables is because we have a 7-foot fence. But all I'm going to do is just take the moonshine gold, come out here to this little feed station we have, and I'm just going to sprinkle it out here. And let me tell you what, this stuff smells so good. It's just amazing. All right, so I haven't shot my crossbow in a couple of weeks. I'm just going to shoot it and make sure it's still on target. But this crossbow that I shoot, this is 35 yards, and it'll actually probably go through this target, and that's why I have a secondary target, cardboard stop, because I've had it hit the fence a couple times. So go through here and it'll stick in there. That's pretty good. So right in there, right in line where I want it, dead center. So anyways, guys, make sure you click subscribe. You don't want to miss all the projects that we're doing. I'll keep you updated as much as possible. And don't forget, join that email list so you have a chance at a $1,000 check. And I'll talk to you later. Doc.